And we welcome you back to Spokane, Washington for the final flight of ladies in the short program. Ladies have now taken the ice, and it is a sellout crowd here all week. Kimmy Meisner is leading, Bibi Lang and Emily Hughes virtually tied for second, Katie Taylor in fourth. And I'll tell you, on this final warm-up, there are some spoilers, some pretty terrific talent still to see. There's a look at Danny Cayley. And over the years, Danny, Katie Taylor, and Kimmy Meisner have been competing and cheering each other on. You know, they spent so much time together that at the age of 14, they were given the nickname the Chicklets. Now, 3 years later, we look back on how much they've changed.
I'm Danielle Cayley.
I'm Katie Taylor.
I'm Kimmy Meisner.
And I'm 14 years old. I'm 14 years old. 14 years old.
Now I'm 17 years old.
17. We all cheer for each other because we're all like friends.
They told us to like fake laugh right there.
We're all still friends. It's like the time hasn't changed at all.
I either want to be a chef, a veterinarian, or a lawyer.
I don't want to be a veterinarian anymore, but I do want to be a psychiatrist, and then I want to own my own bakery.
Someday, when I get older, I really want to be in Stars on Ice. I still want to do ice shows, but I want to be a designer.
I'm too busy for parties and late nights sometimes, but I'm also too tired.
Now it's even worse trying to catch up with school or things around the house.
Can we say I'm not too busy for anything? I'm not too busy for anything. I still have time for everything. My favorite jump is the triple toe.
I hate triple toe. I really do.
I like triple toe now. I like it.
Wait, I forgot what I was going to say.
That's my favorite part. I forgot what I was going to say.
Bright futures ahead for the Chicklets. Danny Cayley will be first to skate at the end of this warm-up. So let's take you now to Terry, Dick, and Peggy.
The Chicklets. When you're 14, you shouldn't have a nickname, but they were that good, right? They all had that much success.
And they have the same laugh, too. So.
Danielle Cayley had a lot of success as a youngster and still trying to live up to that now as a senior skater. Alyssa Cisney in this group, and she was so good at the Grand Prix Series in 2005. She almost won Skate America. Then she went on to win Skate Canada. When you're at that level, you're really one of the best in the world. She hasn't gotten back to that, though, in the last year or so.
That goes back to the classic remark about having to be able to perform it under pressure at the moment when it counts.
How about the 16-year-old, Kylie Gleason now from the Boston area with some lineage there. You remember quite well her mom, Suna Murray.
Oh, yes.
Right, it was a skater, won the Eastern Sectionals back in 1972, and Kylie Gleason just won it here in 2007. So the beat goes on. And back in 1971, speaking of Suna Murray, Dick, you were there for, let's just say it was one of her more memorable moments. Take a look and listen.
She's a young lady who's very conscious of her style and arm movements and her positions on the ice.
Oh, Dick.
And an unfortunate spill there. Obviously, she just skated into the curtain that has been strung across the end of the rink there to, in a sense, decorate Madison Square Garden for this event. You can see her hitting it right there and going down.
You weren't that excited. I mean, today you've been going nuts with it.
But she went out of sight, too.
That was not me speaking.
You and Jim McKay were calling
I refuse to admit that.
There's Suna, who's with Susie Wynn right now. Susie?
Suna, that's cruel coverage. Now tell me, take us through that. What happened?
Well, they put up that little curtain in between the dress rehearsal and the actual show and skating in spotlights, and I just didn't see it, and that was the end of that.
Now, we're sitting here waiting for your daughter to skate. How nervous are you?
I'm not really nervous. She'll do the best she can.
This lady's a pro. Terry?
You know, that is cruel that we would show that here in 1971 to 2007, and we're still showing that. But that was you, Mr. Button.
I refuse to admit that.
You know, also in this group, we mentioned her earlier, the 14-year-old Rachel Flatt. If you haven't seen her, she's something special. The junior silver medalist in 2006. She won the novice title in 2005, Peggy.
Yes, and she has a lot of poise, and she really relates to the music. She is the most musical skater I have seen in a long time, and I think she has solid technique and a bright future ahead for her.
She's grown 4 inches since last year's Nationals, which you guys have talked about it. That can be a factor.
Well, it's an adjustment because it really throws off your timing on things, the feel of, you know, how you are out there on the ice.
It can be destructive. In her case, it has not been. That's a joy.
All right, there's your top 3: Meisner, Beatrice Liang, and Emily Hughes. Oh, so tight for that second spot. 0.3 of a point.